What's good, guys? Hope we're having a phenomenal day. Lewis here from the Peak Performance Project, and today I'm going to be dropping a ton of knowledge on you guys. Very different video from anything I've ever done, but I know for a fact it's going to change your life, so stay tuned. Today I'm going to be running through a step-by-step process of exactly how I get my lads inside the program into the best shape of their life, and give you all the strategies, insights and tactics as to what we do with our clients inside the project to get them in the best shape of their life and completely transform their physique. This is literally going to be a step-by-step guide on how I help every single one of our clients with the exact blueprint, the roadmap, the strategies, everything from A to Z. And even if you're not a client, you can utilize exactly what I'm going to run through today in this video and implement it to your own lifestyle to get amazing results. Not only do I think this video is going to be completely life-changing for you and your transformational journey, but I think it's just going to provide a lot of value for you no matter where you're at in your fitness journey, to give you clarity, direction and confidence with what and how you can actually transform your physique and get in the best position of your life physically and mentally. So take some notes, come back to this video if you have to, and for the love of God, just pay attention because I'm going to be dropping some absolute fire knowledge for you. So let's get stuck in. Boom! Strap the fuck in, boysies. Hope we're good. Hope we're having a phenomenal day. Skinny fat men, lose at least 10% of your body weight, pack on lean muscle and keep it forever in 180 days or less using the Peak Performance method, and how we refund you if it doesn't work. And you'll gain that without gaining the weight back, spending more than 4 hours in the gym per week, or giving up your favourite foods. How good does that sound? By the way, this generally kind of works out for men that are 25 and over, skinny, fat, under-muscled, overweight in general, right? And guys, as I said, this is going to be an A to Z blueprint on how you can do this for yourself, or even work with me to crack on and nail it in the best way possible. So let's get stuck in. Before we dive in, my name's Lewis. I'm going to show you how we transform lads' lives, essentially. Show you exactly how we've helped over 300 men, like the lads not below, you see on the right hand side, drop up to 25 pounds of body fat within 120 days while achieving that ripped, sexy look that they've never had before, you know. Now, before I get into the details of how we did this, I want to show you a picture of what these lads look like, the before and after of the Peak Performance method. You can see Big Jordon rocking in, like 70 pounds of fat we chopped off this dude at about 6 months and got him shredded. Same for Big Lusby. He stacked on the muscle and the build phase, but prior to that we chopped him up, man. Got about 30 pounds of body fat off. So the images, as you can see, on the left hand side, pre-Peak Performance method, on the right hand side, post-Peak Performance method. And all of these results that you'll see today are between that 120 to 180 day time frame, which is pretty awesome. So who is this actually for? Let me go back one, Christ, jumping ahead of the gun here. Who is this actually for? If you're looking to lose 25 to 40 pounds of fat that you won't ever gain back while building a new frame of muscle that you can keep forever, this is for you. If you're sick of feeling lost when it comes to getting ripped and need a simple and proven blueprint that you can fit into your lifestyle, making your life better, unlike most cookie cutter programs, you know, if you don't want to be eating tuna and rice out of Tupperware, this is for you. And if you feel like you've tried everything but still don't have the shredded Greek god physique that you're looking for, the one that you've always dreamt of, this is for you. And if you have the potential to unlock the very best version of yourself but just need the guidance and accountability to get there, then this is for you. This is for you. So, with that being said, who's it not for? Who do I not want to work with? Let's just get clear. But not even who do I not want to work with. Who is this actually for? If you're not one of these prior categories, then leave the video. It's just not going to work for you. But if you're a loyal fan and just love listening to my dear old voice, then stay tuned. If you want to keep trying to get ripped the traditional way that's been holding you back for years instead of trying a new proven system, this is not for you. If you're looking for a quick fix, this is definitely not for you. And you don't want to use a proven system that will keep you in shape for the rest of your life, this is not for you. And if you're not ready to allocate at least 4 hours per week to the gym, this is not for you. And if you simply do not believe you can reach the ultimate version of yourself, this is not for you. Okay? We know what we want, we know what we don't want. Do you know though? Let's get clear. The truth about getting ripped that no one will tell you. Okay? You can get ripped, right? Without giving up your favourite foods. I eat all my favourite foods every single day. And I don't spend that long in the gym. I do like training majority of the time. I enjoy getting a pump and stuff, but I'm not in for hours and hours. And you can keep your results forever if you implement this method in which we're going to run through. Okay? But most men aren't actually capable of doing so because they don't understand, one, how to properly eat, dial in their nutrition. They don't know how to effectively or efficiently train in the gym with good intensity, which we're going to run through and stuff today. And they don't use the peak performance method. They just don't use it. They like the quick fixes that leaves them going round in circles, which is not ideal. We don't like that, lads. We do not like wasting our time. There's nothing worse in the world than a consistent guy that doesn't get consistent results. How shit is that? You know, how shit is that? Regret should be your signal here. And every time you're not getting what you want, you should maybe pay attention to that. So, just to highlight a few things, there's no such thing as I'm just too busy or that won't work for me. Trust me. You don't have to work out for countless hours a day in the gym or have superhuman genetics to become the ultimate man you're supposed to be. You don't. I've got pretty poor genetics and I don't train for 10, 15, 20 hours a week. I just don't to have the physique I have. It's not the case, and none of these lads done this, and which I'm going to dive into today. So, if you want to be that guy, I'm going to show you exactly how. You know that guy that shows up, rocks up, and he's just got it? That's what we want. If you want to be that guy that can navigate around the issues we mentioned, you're in for a treat. I'm going to show you how I helped all of my clients lose so much weight that they were getting showered in compliments daily, and I mean this. From people in work, their partner, their friends. I'm going to show you exactly also how to lose 10% plus of your body weight. 10% is like the guarantee, but we can go above that, trust me, if you're wanting to put the work in. In 180 days or less. Presto, love that. And how to do this all without giving up your favourite foods or spending more than 4 hours in the gym per week. Come on, Lewis, you're being good to me. So in case you don't know me, here's a little rundown. A little brief backstory, if I got here. For 10 years, my focus has been coaching men to get the body they've always wanted. I've been in this game a little while, right? My stats, personally, I'm 5'10", 175 pounds with ripped abs year round. I've got the physique most men are jealous of. I do. I know how to get jacked and stay jacked. These are my pictures on the right hand side, with fake tan on and without. I'm extremely passionate, right, about helping people do this. I love the lifestyle in which dialing in my health, my mindset, my routines has given me. I love it. I love it. It's everything to me. I validate myself off my standards, my behaviours and my routine more than anything else, right? It's absolutely key to unlocking the highest levels of your own personal potential by getting the mind and body right first and foremost, and you can give yourself the world because you're in a better spot. And I knew that most men I saw with my friends, my family, other people that I've worked with, social media, that a lot of guys are not getting the results they want using the old traditional bulk and cut methods, keto, zero carbs, fasting, etc. So I went ahead and I created the peak performance method. The peak performance method is my playbook, my A to Z strategy on getting you lads in the best shape of your life. I built it through my own trial and error and over a decade of coaching men to their most ripped physique yet and showing them how to keep it forever. So I've decided today to break it down for you. How nice am I? I've actually went out of my way to put a lot of work into this to break it down for you, and I'm buzzing to dive in to the meat and veg of this. So with that being said, the following steps, I'm going to outline the entire process from A to Z, what I did to accomplish these results, So you can too, using the peak performance method, to lose 10% of your body weight, pack on lean muscle, and learn how to keep it forever in less than 180 days. Let's get it. So the peak performance method, a simple blueprint. Okay, the peak performance method is broken up to 3 essential phases: the stabilise phase, the build phase, and the thrive phase, made up of 3 guidelines: physique, purpose, and performance. Stabilise phase, 30 to 90 days. We're going to get you ripped up first, okay? We're going to do it fast though. The smartest thing to do is ditch the fat first. If you're one of those bros, it's like, I just need to bulk. Trust me, you're going to end up fat buff. So we get you dialed in, get you ripped first. Higher volume training, dialing in your habits and your routines, and a lower food intake. We're going to get you ripped, get you peeled. Okay, make sure you're in a nice stable position first before we tap into the building phase, which is days 90 to 140, the lean gain. Lower volume training, getting strong, driving performance, reverse dieting, higher food intake. You're going to be sponge-like at this phase, ready to absorb the nutrients in the food and just build a rock-solid physique. Then we have the thrive phase, 140 to 180 days. All performance focused. We're going to challenge you, we're going to stretch you, we're going to put you in uncomfortable positions to become the man you know you can be so you don't miss ever again. Mixed volume training and intensity, testing and expansion, testing you physically and mentally, and of course higher food intake, because we've done the dieting phase, we've nailed that in 90 fucking days. We've nailed it, smashed out of the park, so we don't need to diet ever again. We can just reverse diet, keep you lean, and build the size and strength that you've always wanted, so you can look like an absolute alpha. So the 3 guidelines: physique, purpose, and performance. Physique is going to be focused on intensity, form, selection of exercise in the gym, the cardio in which we do, dialing in on what the weight, the reps, the rest times, the sets, time under tension, the form, etc. Making sure you're in the best position possible with your training. We've got grip, we've got force, we've got patterning, all personally selected and bespoke to you. So we're working with movements that work with you rather than against you. Lining up with your biomechanics, making sure you can train effectively and efficiently. Splitting cardio across some little bouts of maybe high intensity training, but conditioning training is probably going to be your main part, which will kind of fall under hypertrophy as well. But peppering in little 10-minute walks. Like, imagine all you had to do was walk to lose fat. You didn't actually need to go to a treadmill, a Stairmaster, a cross trainer. Like, the majority of our client results in which you'll see is all been focused around sorting their training intensity, making sure that is really airtight, and they're working at a hard output in the gym in a small effective dose of time, and then peppering little 10-minute walks around their food and their meals to help with that digestion, keep them insulin sensitive. Purpose, it's all going to come down to macros, meal selection, meal timing, cheat meals, lifestyle and routine. So we dial in the lifestyle and routine first and foremost, because if your lifestyle is all over the shop, it's going to be really hard to build a muscle. Routine is going to be essential, so you're planning your days out, you're clear on what you're doing when you're doing it. Dialing in your macros, giving you the exact strategy of your protein, carbs and fats, when you need to eat, what you need to eat, set up meal timing to fuel the performance, give you the best energy, and also teaching you how to factor in the meals that you love, cheat meals, etc., once or twice per week, so you have a sustainable diet and can utilise those meals that we have, the kind of dirtier meals, the cheat meals, to actually improve performance and fat loss. There's science to this. Performance as well, sleep quality, rest days, active recovery, lifestyle gains. Sleep quality is going to be essential, making sure you're resting like a king. On rest days, putting in some like active cardio and stuff like that to keep that non-exercise activity thermogenesis nice and high, and allowing recovery to take place from tiring yourself out in the gym. Energy breeds energy, so the more we move, the better we will feel, and we can influence lifestyle gains, things that you do in terms of your competence, you're showing up as the man you want to be because your energy is infectious, you're in a high frequency state, and we have that physique, that purpose, that performance all locked in. Okay, so you can just show up at your absolute best. But it's the simple stuff that works, done extremely well with diligent planning, accountability and guidance, that's going to get you to the result you want. So, step number 1, the stabilise phase, days 1 to 90. Let's proceed. Stabilise phase, as you can see, some amazing client results on the right hand side. We focus on maxing out higher reps, okay, getting a little bit of a buy-in, understanding where the client's kind of baseline is going to be, like setting the standards, setting good foundations, allowing the mind-muscle connection to take place through higher volume training with a lighter weight approach. Okay, so once we've stabilised on that, we can progressively overload it easier rather than jumping ahead of the gun and pushing yourself in a position where you're lifting too heavy too soon and you run into injuries. So we get you really strong, push the hypertrophy response, and get really strong muscle cell connection, so you can get a lot of blood in the muscle, have good pumps and stuff, and then we can adapt the training volume, find that baseline level of strength, and maintain the muscle mass whilst chopping the fat. Following the peak performance method, the training guidelines, the intensity, the form and the selection of movements in which we do will be absolutely essential in this period of time, because everything is bespoke to the individual. As you can see, we look at these guys, we got them abs, we got them the veins, we got them the delts, we got them in elite level condition, and you look at them and start and be like, I don't know what we can do with this, but again, we take them from zero to hero by following through on this method. Stabilised phase, when it comes to nutrition, days 7 to 14 upon coming on board the programme, we found that maintenance level for all of these guys. We found the maintenance level of macros in which they needed to maintain. That's what maintenance means to maintain. We didn't starve them, throw too many changes and variables in to overwhelm them. We just dialed in a baseline level of macros. It was between 120 grams of protein, 180 to 200 grams of protein, 250 carbs, 75 fat. We like a little bit higher fats to begin with because then we have more room to play with. Days 14 to 90, we adjust the macros roughly every single week to lose that body fat and deplete the body to reach that sponge-like effect, in which we're going to learn more about. Because the more depleted you get, the more sensitive you will now become to adjustments of macronutrients, adjustments of more food now coming in, allowing you to absorb the calories better, utilise them better, and use them for performance and obviously improving that metabolic health. We always gear towards losing all excess body fat first and foremost, priming that metabolic health and that metabolism, retaining muscle mass and adapting the baseline to set up nicely for the next phase. And all of these guys factored 2 cheat meals in per week whilst achieving these results, which in my eyes is absolutely Mickey Mouse, absolutely phenomenal. So the build phase, days 90 to 140, this is where things get extremely freaking fun. That, I'm not going to lie, this is my favourite part. We've done the fat loss and we're ready to go to the moon. This is where it gets spicy. So, the build phase, as you can see, 0 to hero to jacked while staying ripped and lean. We max out on higher rep ranges. Okay, that should say higher weights. Pardon me, higher weights. Higher intensity in the gym between 6 and 10 reps. So heavier load, lower training volume, less sets and reps. Okay, less sets and reps. We reach max strength and intensity, set PRs on all exercises, and grow maximum amounts of muscle tissue. And follow the peak performance method training guidelines. Always going back to training, intensity, form in the gym, and selection of movements bespoke to the individual client. The build phase, in terms of nutrition, when it comes to 90 to 140 days in, taking advantage of the reverse diet method effect, where the lads are hypersensitive and almost like a sponge for any nutrients that we're going to add in to the macro pot, allowing you to gain new muscle while staying extremely lean. Days 100 to 150, slowly increasing the macros, okay, over this period of time, just enough to fill out the rig with 0 fat gain. Now we can gear you towards reaching our normal level of macronutrient intake where the metabolic health is functioning properly without any problems, any stress, any setbacks, any fat gain coming into play. And again, I was eating 2 cheat meals per week. Lovely. So the peak performance method is meant to strip away the unnecessary body fat that you're holding onto currently and rebuild your physique to a full muscular frame in less than 180 days. That is what we are here to do. For all of these lads, these results were so worth it. Having the abs never felt so good. Getting shredded and feeling confident in your body. The compliments from others started to pour in. They almost became overwhelming for these guys. They just never wanted to stop because they were just seeing so much positive feedback, positive return from their initial investment and getting themselves in the best spot possible. And I don't mean investment financially, I mean self-investment through self-development. And that's it. You end up not only setting the standard, but you become the standard. you know. This becomes like the new base that you actually need to finally be and stay in shape for good. Like once you've nailed this process, you'll be there, you'll live there, and that'll be your new lifestyle. So now that you understand exactly how this process works, I've got an offer for you, right? If you're falling into the category of being skinny fat, you're potentially overweight, and sick of not having the physique you want, and are ready to look great with your shirt off and make the most physical progress you've ever had. It's been a long day, forgive me guys. Then I will personally help you. I will personally help you. Skinny fat men, lose at least 10% of your body weight, pack on lean muscle, keep it forever, keep the results forever in 180 days or less using the peak performance method. And if you don't get the result, we'll refund you. I will literally deposit the cash into your account straight off the bat. So lads, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it valuable and you find yourself in a position right now where you're not happy with how you look, how you feel, how you're showing up mentally and physically, and you're someone who wants to pack on loads of lean muscle, drop 10% of your body weight and keep it forever in 180 days or less using the peak performance method, then go ahead and book a call with myself below and we can have a chat to see if you're a good fit for the team. Now I know this was like a very different type of video from what I normally do. I don't normally do long form educational videos, but I just had this burning desire in my mind and my heart and my head on sharing with you guys how I get our guys into the best shape possible, from going from like not having any form of physique or rig or shape to completely transforming their body and getting in the best spot they've ever been in, physically, mentally, with their routine, their habits, their standards. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot from it, and yeah, I'll maybe do more of these, may not do one ever again, but yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.